What's up, YouTube? This is Limitless Griever here, and welcome to episode 5 of my vlog. Now, before I start, I just want to give a shout out and say good luck to everyone in their provisionals. These next 10 games can really make or break your drive to actually play ranked matches. So, with that being said, I want to go ahead and give you guys 5 tips on how to improve for your provisionals. Alright, ready? Here we go. Number 1, do duo ranked queues. The reason for this is because you'll have one less troll. Now, if you are going to do duo ranked queues, do number 2. Try to make sure that whoever you're duo ranked queuing with is at an equivalent or equal skill level or better than you. The reason for this is because you don't want to feel obligated to carry someone that you feel is a lesser player than you. It's no offense to the person that you're queuing with, it's just you really want to make sure you're doing really well on these next 10 matches, and every circumstance can count. So number 3, keep healthy and enter each match with the right mindset. This means that if you just had a long day at work, you don't really want to jump into a ranked match if you're in a bad mood, say your boss was yelling at you or whatever the case is. On the flip side though, you also don't want to jump into ranked queues if you haven't been eating healthy, and make sure that you're hydrated, because that really does play a significant role. Make sure if you're the kind of person who runs off of caffeine, make sure you're highly caffeinated or whatever the case may be. So number 4, don't go on tilt. For the love of God, don't put yourself on tilt when you jump into ranked games. If you just did 2 ranked games and they didn't do so well, and you are in an emotional state because you just lost 2 in a row in your provisionals, just put it down and play something else. There's millions of other games out there, a million other ones that are free that you can play if you're poor, whatever the case is. Just do something different other than play League. Don't just push yourself through and hope for the best. So the last tip I have for you guys is ban Mundo. Seriously, just ban Dr. Mundo. Right now he's in a position where he is just too tanky, he's too hard to destroy, he's a brick when it comes to laning, and he can go in a lot of different places. He can support mid jungle, support top jungle, and he's just a very serious issue in ranked queues right now, and I don't see any current plans to have him nerfed in any way. And I think this is more so because of the defensive talents rather than the champion himself. So keep in mind though, even if you don't do well in provisionals, well, there's always ranked 5s, right? Well, the next thing I actually want to talk to you guys about is Zans Diamond, which is my ranked 5s team. Now, currently, Zans Diamond is actually sitting at a 100% win rate. I'm really happy to say that. I'm really excited about the team. They've been doing extremely well. It's really strange though, because the ranked 5s team that we're sitting at right now, Zans Diamond, is actually the same team that I played with back in Season 1, and we didn't do so hot back then. But I feel like, as a whole, we've always been friends, so we have collectively worked together to improve our gameplay, and we've become much better players. And so as a result, the people who are left from that team, which is pretty much everyone, is now reformed as Zans Diamond, and we're doing much better. Now, the ADC from back then has been moved to jungle, and then we cut out the jungler because he just didn't really, he didn't mesh well with our mindset. He wasn't really what I would call the most team player oriented person. So he got cut, and we brought in a new ADC, and the new ADC is just as much of a beast as our previous ADC, except now our previous ADC is now in jungle, and he's doing very, very well there. So with that being said though, we are looking for another scrim team. We're actually looking for as many scrim teams as we can find. So if you're interested in doing scrims, just go ahead and hit me up. Leave a comment down below, or private message me, find me in game. You guys see my name, it's right here, guys. And go ahead and feel free to add me, and we'll schedule something. We'll do a scrim. I'm really excited to bring Zans Diamond out into the playing field so other people can see what we have to offer as far as a challenge goes. However, one thing that I usually have an issue with, and this is one of the reasons why I do my blog, just so I can actually kind of explain to people and see what other people's feedbacks are and see if there's anything that they can say that can help me out. So one thing that I do have an issue with as far as like ranked 5 goes is shot calling. And now, as anyone has seen from my my gameplay footage, you will actually see that I am a mid lane main. And so I primarily play mid lane. I'll play whatever, but mid lane is my lane. And as you guys probably know, if you pay attention to esports at all, the mid lane is typically the shot caller. Now, personally, me, I struggle a lot as being a shot caller, and I kind of want to hear what you guys think about shot calling. So, what do you guys think about shot calling? Do you think that it's important? Do you think that the mid laner should be the person that's doing the shot calling, or do you think someone else should? Personally, in my opinion, I actually don't think that the mid laner is always best suited as the shot caller. Depending on the team, I actually feel like the jungler should be more obligated to be the shot caller rather than the mid laner. So let's talk about that for a second. Often AD mids can actually jungle. So for example, like Zed or Kali, there's a couple of them. And those are, you know, the primary goal for an AD or an AP assassin is to blow up the carry. Now, as a jungler, there's pretty much two types of junglers. There's the sustains jungler, and then there's the AD burster or AP burst jungler. You know, kind of like Yasuo. I don't really approve of Yasuo being in the jungle, but it's just an example. And, you know, their primary role is to burst down the carry. If they are the ones that are initiating the go-to to commit on certain things, then they would be obligated to be the jungler. The same goes for if they're a tanky jungler, and I actually feel like a tanky jungler would be a better shot caller than any AP mid or AD mid can ever be. And the reason for that is because they're the ones that are assessing the situation and knowing if they are going to be able to commit to a team fight and win to do so. So for example, a Jarvan. A Jarvan is a great example of what I feel would be the best shot caller in the game. Jarvan sees an opportunity and he says go in, and the moment that he says go in, he shoots off his Cataclysm, and then the team fight initiates, and doing so that way. And really doing that way, I feel like it's a little bit faster, because you don't have to have the mid laner say, okay, jungler, jump in and use your Cataclysm now, and then the jungler jumps in and does the Cataclysm now. You see what I'm saying? There's a bit of a lag between, you know, saying and responding. And so I feel like if you are a jungler that suits this particular role, then you would actually be a better shot caller. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe for more vlogs, champion breakdowns, tips and tricks. And until next time, I'll see you on the Summoner's Rift.